rising Venus and Jupiter regarding love. It is a general message and
put that nowhere, so what? But you'll see the copyright. This is just the sake of planting seeds in our mind. I'm gonna tell you how I got to this point. Right now, I'm making this motherfucking video. Alright? I want y'all to listen to this carefully. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless this video that you may be confirmed, that this whole situation be confirmed. Because had it not been your will, I would have been burnt that whole fucking block down. Fuck of 4 hours ago. I just start beating everybody in the motherfucking building, man. Like, why am I gonna keep playing my presence and my kindness for weakness? Bitch, I'm gonna let up Lincoln Avenue. That's my blood ties too. Pussy ass niggas. But for some reason, y'all keep digging in my garbage can while we've been talking about this whole week. And sure enough, you thought you were going to dig in my trash. Oh, say he's getting high. He came up to get high, and so he left his phone, and we don't know what happened, but just take this out, right? You fell into the trap. Wikipedia plagiarism. We're going to let the angels and the devils talk to y'all. We're going to let Facebook record it. We're going to let this shit confirm. And then we're going to talk about what's a false prophet, right? No, I want to know from your definition. Everybody talking about what a prophet is, what a prophet isn't. You know, a motherfucker crazy, robbing, steal from him. He ain't going to say shit. We call the police, kill him. Look, man, I got something hot for you motherfuckers. And every homeless motherfucker you see, Lincoln Avenue, you better bow to the God of your understanding, because I was going to burn you the fuck down today. On everything I love, man. On everything I love. Y'all done took this shit too far, B. Y'all nigga telling me, who am I talking to just for his dad to drown on the street, or the younger shit that his son is. Like, hold up, man. Y'all sending me here with this tarot card, wanting to be slick, demon, I'm the shit, blah, 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 blah. So I go to the creator and say, Papa, can I talk to the angels and demons about what the fuck is really going on? So now I come, and here you want to take my shine without consequences? Somebody better take care of that. I don't give a fuck what color skin you is. Religion, give a fuck. Let me do that to any of you niggas, man. The fuck am I gonna go? I definitely can't call on the Most High, that's for sure. That's not even a consideration. Playing with the Most High. Come on, you. This is blood in, blood out, soul in, soul out, spirit in, spirit out, or you motherfucking go where you stand. Ain't no night and day with this shit, nigga. Fuck you gonna hide. And the night is the day and the day is the night. My off day is my on day and my on day is my off day. And then I'm thinking in my mind, did I do something from the past habits to cause this? Real shit, saints. For the Most High live, angels and demons, truth, men and people who sat down and let me get my shit without saying, hey, you know what I mean? This is how the fuck I end up Lincoln Avenue and how you got my phone and I know the fuck you at. Because, yo, I'm telling you in front of the world and the whole globe, angels and demons and the Most High. If they support your fuck shit, I want to die right the fuck now. As the Most High lives, I want to die right the fuck now. Through this window. Come arrest me, take my crib, take everything I went for, I turn it in. Whether it was 10 cents, $10, 10 minutes, I sold my soul for only 10. And because I'm guilty, I should fucking die right now. Not a second later. That's how pissed off I am. And I wanted to do it myself. Give me some shit on my chest. So we all know what that's like. Stop fronting. And I scratched my, oh, okay, came out. Hey, yo, my brand new school glasses, I thought they were scratched up. I was going to get extra ultra life. You know what? I changed my mind. Send me to prison for the rest of my life. But they going to know, for the next generation, don't fuck with people like Hosea or Omar Weathers. They kill you on sight. Let me give some of you motherfuckers a little history real quick that I just got, that I didn't fucking know, but my granddad did. My mama's daddy. Fuck niggas. She said, son, I said, what's up, mama? Over here, and we went up to the Hill District by the old Lecce, whatever. And she said, back in the day, back in this cut, the gangsters, the murderers, the pimps, and the original Masons at a game in Pittsburgh hung right here. And when your grandfather found out that somebody violated man code, he burnt these people's house down with their mama in the wheelchair and her son. Yeah. My mom's dad, because somebody violated the man code, burnt somebody's mama and their son, who which one was in a wheelchair. To me, I'm like, that's what's up, granddad. I did the same shit. So better cut their head off. But they'd have done to me the same way. So when I say this shit's in my blood, it's in my blood. And that dog That's because I'm loyal to that shit. But now it has to be righteous. So I want to know, after these motherfuckers die, I'm taking my school phone and shit, playing with our nature and our presence, as if we come to get high and like this shit ain't real. So what they want from me, they should get. We all know, right now where I'm sitting, with street comments, police, FBI, CIA cameras all over the motherfucking place, and have no problem with kicking this motherfucking door in, saying, "Come here, you fake prophet talking nigga ass light skin wannabe, fuck your nigga people. You are embarrassing our white superiority, and we don't play that shit from no nigga." Is that true, Pale Kings? Hey, Pale Kings, is that a 1,000 wow? Knights Templars, Shrouders right, Masons, Isons of all walks of life, all branches of existence. Go to bed right or wrong. Your tongue gonna get shoved up your ass regardless. That's a given. Whether you're alive or dead, the shit that gets you in this position is first thing your motherfucking tongue, bitch. And something in your mind before your tongue, and say, whose phone you got? You say, oh no, you got Cousin O's phone? Why you do that? And then proceed to forget that you tried to kill me, and I gave you a pass for trying to murder me, man. Now, whether you had the weapon to murder me or not is irrelevant. The fact is, you protected a heinous crime against God and humanity. Because if I'm guilty, I should have been dead. But like I showed OG today, and people on my face on the screen, you can't tell that your bitch who stole my phones and shit, and you want to try to defend it again, after you didn't try to kill me, I let that slide. Hey, dope boys, you better cut that supply off tonight, nigga. I'm giving you a hood heads up, motherfucker. You got a problem with it? Talk to your breath before you go to sleep, because you might not wake the fuck up. You want to see who's power on heaven and earth? Who's my friend? Who I fuck with? Who I'm loyal to? Yeah, who I'm loyalty, plural, T's, who I'm loyalties to, the tree of life. And he said, thou should not steal or covet another nigga's hustle. It's hard out here for every motherfucking body. But because I ran out of mercy for you, I asked the angels and demons and gods and earth, erase these motherfuckers. Fuck it. Erase the whole fucking block. On code. Even if I'm fucking guilty. Fuck is this, man? Let me drop the angels and demons shit, because I asked the Most High for permission. What the fuck y'all doing? And this is how I end up. This is not. But that's not even majority of the story. I'm going to tell you the beginning and the end of this fucking program, this package of stupid nigga shit. And I knew I was going to lose something before the end of the week or the month. I knew it was coming, but at the expense of something better. And so, let's exuberate that better. Let's see what your kinfolk say about you raggedy ass motherfuckers.
I encourage you to check out other signs in your chart. As we know, tarot is energy. Energy is fluid, and so this can be past, present, or future. And this could play out from the perspective of the cross watcher. It could be vice versa, reverse, flipped, etc. So place yourself wherever it resonates, only if it resonates to your situation. Overall energy for this spread, Taurus, is the Six of Wands. Some sort of victory here, overcoming some sort of hardship and obstacles in a connection. Now in the past we have something, some sort of commitment here, whether it was a marriage or a long-term relationship. The Three of Cups is showing up. Right? Some of you guys, I don't know
about this shit,
I mean, you're showing up next to
and they're taking my phones and shit.
So there could be a Taurus here that is married or in a relationship. For some of you, this is a love triangle. We have 2 3s showing up.
This who told on you, motherfucker. Your own greed, your own ignorance, your own stupidity, your own thinking that you go into my trash. Oh, he's still a crackhead. Oh, he's still this. Watch this, you faggot. That's why you go die. Even more. I was coming to give y'all some shit, man. On the muscle. Just for my heart's loyalty to turn into, now, I hope I can complete my classes this week. Because y'all stole my shit thinking that's fucked up. And somebody need to pay for that, man. Straight up. If I did what to y'all, what motherfuckers is doing to me, and y'all know what's happening, and y'all praying to God and Jesus, and yeah. Fix this.
Or someone that you knew and someone that they're dealing with, but somebody had a reconciliation in the past. Okay? Current situation, 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords. To get to some sort of wish fulfillment in a connection, it's been hard. It's been hard to be emotionally fulfilled in this relationship. We'll have to clarify and see why it's hard. Because we have victory. We have success. We have a strong connection. I see a reconciliation. But it's been very challenging to have your cup fulfilled here. And I do see a decision that needs to be made. I'm also seeing someone admit that they're unhappy, and it is hard to admit that. It's hard to admit someone's unhappy. In the future, Knight of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. There is a partnership, but these 2 knights feel like 2 different people. Taurus. And right in the middle of these 2 knights is a connection. Look, there are 3 people showing up. So I feel like there are 2 connections possibly going on at the same time, and we got to figure out what's going on here, but it does feel like it's 2 separate connections. So let's clarify, Taurus. Why is the 6 of Wands here? The 7 of Wands. The Moon and the 10 of Cups. Taurus, there's something here that you're fighting for. You're fighting to have a happy ending in this situation. You're fighting for some sort of happily ever after, some sort of wish fulfillment. But there's a part of you that's unsure if you're going to have it. There's a part of you that's unsure if you're going to have this wish fulfillment within this connection in this situation. I'm getting very strongly also, Taurus, that it's hard for someone to admit that they're unhappy. I don't know if that's you, if that's someone that you're dealing with. Someone in this connection, in this spread, Taurus, is unhappy, and it's hard for them to admit that they are. There's something that's going on here. I can feel it. So let's keep going. Tell me about justice. Someone, Taurus, is gonna be happy in this connection. Someone will be. Someone's gonna have everything that they want. And they're gonna feel very happy and confident that they overcame a situation where things were unknown. The victory comes because someone succeeds. Someone overcomes the fear of the unknown. Okay, we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. You have the Four of Swords. Okay, so when it comes to a marriage or some sort of connection going on here, Taurus, there is distance and some sort of separation. And there is thinking about how can we balance out this connection? How can we make it right, make it better, make it fair for all parties involved, for everyone involved here? Anything else about justice? The Tower. Interesting. Scorpio energy. Yeah. So there are two connections going on here, Taurus. I feel it very strongly. And the victory someone has in this connection is the fact that they overcame the fear of the unknown. And they will be happy. But there has been a part or there will be, where things are going to be very unclear. You may feel like you're in the dark, or you've been in the dark for a long time.
Imagine finding a wallet full of cash in the ground. Imagine taking that wallet, putting it in your pocket, and walking away like nothing.
Time. So I feel like the victory hasn't happened yet.
No. Somebody else that was more. See if she pop up. See if she pop up. Yup, I know it. Let's see. Okay, here we go right here. I knew it was going to come up. And that's why I said this spirit connection with her and myself is awesome. Hold on, make sure we're recording. Yep, we're still recording. Cool. This is why I said your sister right here. This is my homie, man. Nothing sexual, big sis. Off top. Nothing sexual. You chiming in right exactly what's always been happening for the past time. And a few halves. And so now, they say your gifts ain't real. What's this topic? Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you would guide this video now that they stored our phone when we try to go to school, and it blocked us from getting a real job, and it blocked us from having a healthy housing. We can't ride the scooter. We can't do shit. But let our gifts eat at us. So they thought. And so they think that they're going to isolate us so much. Papa, we ask for your protection, your guidance, that'll be manifested, that they isolate us so much that the gifts eat us as they remain untouchable. Let your will be done as you protect your anointed ones. Give them what they want for us. I already told y'all 15 minutes into this video. We're gonna find out who's a fuck nigga. Lincoln Avenue. Who stole my phone, support that shit, keep talking shit like a motherfucker high. I don't like using this term. Suck my dick. I should have last little bit of ounce of love, right? And I was like, Father, don't let them fuck this up. Sure enough, all I gotta do is walk out the door, man, to roll to my blunt. So this little rock like I do, sit in the sun like I did this afternoon. Got this land that I got potential to help pitch in and buy and do something wonderful with. Go back to get my phone. Now you wanna go on my garbage. Now you wanna go to the garbage can. Cause you're guilty. We let your guilt go past. +5 times too many. This is not the white man's Bible. We do 70 times. Kiss my nuts, bitch. I'm only talking like this because I'm asking those who have the power to fix this shit before I take this wonderful robe and helmet and crown y'all gave me and put this bitch to the side and remind motherfuckers how I got to where I'm at without a problem. I worked for y'all respect. Not one drop of y'all respect and trust was not bought or paid for. Nor did I suck your dick or your pussy. Or snitched. Or put an officer against another officer. Every time I was guilty, I said, fuck it. I'm busted. After a while, I got tired of telling on myself. God. Y'all ain't built like that. In religion, a false prophet is a person who falsely claims the gifts of prophecy or divine inspiration or speak for God, who makes such claims for evil ends. Stop. A false prophet do shit, the results is always fucking evil. Fuck the details. Every nigga on the planet, America, grandmama went through this motherfucking Bible, and it tells you anything with an evil end, you're a fake nigga. Period. Prophet pimp, prophet coke dealer, prophet whore, prophet whatever. You're still going divine inspiration on how to kill the next nigga. The killer man takes divine inspiration, idiot. And if it comes out evil, sucks to be you. Because when your turn come, I'm going to giggle my ass off. I ain't going to perk. I'm going to laugh my ass off. Now look, I ain't got no blunt. I got a whole jar for the night. So I'm going to take these 2 phone thefts on the chin. But I hope you die. And I don't want to hear nobody saying he is snitching. No, bitch. I didn't come up here in the hood shit and we lottie-dottie. I'm a motherfucking brother and a sister on this globe called Earth. And people trust me when I go outside as I'm staring at the sun there better be a fucking result on earth. We're gonna cut your head off. Cause that's what the fuck I would do to you if you get my fucking phones. I gotta tell on myself, cause I was gonna burn y'all the fuck up today. While I smoke a blunt. And you better not jump out the window, because I was going to beat you in your head with a big ass stone. And best believe, I'll be collecting a lot of stones before we got to this motherfucking point. Remember, in religion, a false prophet is a person who falsely claims the gifts of prophecy, 1, or divine inspiration, 2, or speak for God, 3, or who makes such claims for evil ends. That's a dead star. Ain't no holy in that wood, nigga. Ain't no winning situation in that. And that's how I'm judging you. According to how I judge myself. Hosea Omar Weathers, this day that you're running out your fucking mouth. Or you're a false prophet. Or you doing shit for evil ends. Or you doing this shit to show the fuck off. Or you doing this shit cause you know what I mean? So Papa, we want you to speak. I don't want to say shit. You said you know the truth. I'm pissed. It was fucked up. I'm deeply looking to see if I went to go get high. And I didn't. Because if I did, I deserved that dumbass shit. Fuck, nigga. That's what happens to false prophets. Should have kept it 100. We understand. Let's see if I'm guilty, Papa. And she just chimed in. Before this even happened. Let's get this confirmation.
This right here is one of my 18 audiobooks that I own. It made 82 sales last month on Audible. It's called Learn Spanish for Kids, and I don't even...
This makes me think. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you can keep up with my messages as they come through, okay? So I wanted to tell you all about this dream. So last night, as I was dreaming, I dreamt that I was in a room with about 4 or 5 other people. And there were 3 Europeans that was there with me and about 4 or 5 other people who were seated at a table, and we were told that we had 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Stop. We're not saying she's a false prophet. By no means we're disrespecting the sister's gift. We're using her YouTube channel to promote her gift. All proceeds or anything that you found gravitating to belongs to this sister and her ancestral spirits or whatever they're into. I have no details on the technicality of what moves her every day. And even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you motherfuckers anyway. However, right now, she's confirming me telling on myself, because I want for myself what I want for other people. And if I'm a false prophet, I should die first before I want somebody else to die. And I want to put this out in the globe and on Facebook and everything, so we can let this whole court. And that's my mama's name too. So we got you as the court. I got my mama as the court. Truth and the Most High. So I think that should be pretty much well covered. If this nigga is a false prophet. That shall be Zane. Let us reiterate. Do not smear that lady's goodness and her sharing video that I'm using to prove a point why I shouldn't exist if I'm guilty of being a false prophet. Not saying that I am, and not saying that I'm not. Will the shoe fit weird? If I'm not, I gotta put the shoe on. Is that true, Shabba? That'll be in a future video for you. Is that true, Facebook? City of Pittsburgh, a good friend of mine's Mayor Ed Gainey. He worked hard. I'm not gonna tell people about I'm a friend of a man who worked hard, and here I'm lacking in anything that helped him to get to where he's at. I'm here to stabilize where that man came from. He's too busy doing something different. So that's what this is all about. People keep using my past because I'm looking you in your face saying, why do you say my gifts aren't real? Because you put yours down? That's in the previous videos. They say your gifts aren't real, and yet we already said about the false prophet before we, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up. I hear y'all. Yes, Papa.
Seconds to write on paper. This is the European woman. She told us we had 5 seconds to put on paper to express, pretty much define who we were and what our spiritual gifts were.
Nah, man.
Okay. Now they called it psychic. Some people like to use the term psychic. We had 5 seconds to write out who we were.
I gave y'all 15.
Define our spiritual gifts. And so when she turned on the timer, before she
Stop. What did I say beginning of the video? I said 15. Your white mama gave you 5, nigga. That's why you should die, nigga. Cause if you don't give white mama 5, nigga, you gon' die, nigga. Don't cry, nigga. Don't cry, nigga. Then with white daddy, that you ain't put your hard nigga work in the first one, while his white bitch is bothering him, get his dick sucked off in the Caribbeans. He's pissed off. You made his wife call him while he got a margarita and his manhood at attention. A judge, I'd be ticked off too. Lady judges, your husband, no chilling, you get that fuck call. If this motherfucker could have did some shit different, yeah, he'd have woke up the fucking hammer. And that's what this is about. Come on, Shabby sister, let's get it.
Turned on the timer, I already knew. I said, you know what, this is some BS. Because you know good and damn well, I can barely pick up the pen within 5 seconds, let alone define who I am and what my gifts are and what I've been placed here to do with them. And so everybody else was like in, you know, scrambling to hurry up and put their definition on paper. So I started to write mine out, but then I put the pen down and I was like, you know what, to hell with this. This woman is tripping. I'm not about to do all of this. So she got mad as soon as 5 seconds was up. She's like, time's up. And so everybody that was there, the ones that were scrambling to try to write it down, they got disappointed because at that point, I guess they knew that they was not going to qualify for something. I'm not even sure what we were supposed to qualify for, but apparently we were supposed to be proving something to these people, okay, by reaching their requirements to define who we were and what our gifts, why we had our gifts and what our gifts were supposed to do for the world. So when she said time's up, I said, you know what, I'm not even worried about it. So I had an attitude, and so did they. So she was like, you know what, unfortunately you all do not qualify. And so we all left. Now at this point, I knew this woman was just straight up bitter, because she had one of those expressions that just looked like she was just a bitter, you know, just.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself means
bitter female, okay? And so we left out. We ended up in this field, y'all.
Hey, yo. Hey, Sister Zay. I'm respecting you for Shalva Zane. The tiered investigator part, I have to talk to you to get to know that part of you, in the root of that. But kinfolk, you kinfolk, man. I want to say positive vibes. Cause I don't look for you to validate anything, but I do go with the flow of shit, because I don't know how I came to get to know you anyway, but I'm glad I did. I know you personally, but you're definitely confirming prior to this video. Am I a false prophet? And why are they saying my gifts is not real? And so if my gifts is not real, I want to know if I'm fake too. And I want it on public. Not because I want to show off and say, aha, look at me. Shit. I told y'all, I judge myself worse than you can ever judge me. And I want my fucking phone back at the end of this video. And everything else y'all talk or die. Since my gifts aren't real, right? And if I'm a false prophet, if this is true, right? That's true. I gotta eat that. Whatever comes with that, I have to eat that. Hands down. I'm doing this since almost 20-something years. Gifts ain't shit. I gotta eat that. I take that bet, that charge. But I want your life in exchange. I want you dead. We already played that game already. So the end game is, because if I'm fake at any of this, I've been dead a long time ago. And I damn sure wouldn't be sitting where I'm at right now in the blessings. Remember I told you that vision I had? We was up in the clouds. It was a table of 12 of us. One person got removed. 2 people got removed. I got a seat. And there was a pale-skinned lady that she called White Lady, took a seat next to me. This is the freak shit, y'all. This is why I'm so confident about y'all saying our gifts aren't real. and you keep thinking that I'm a motherfucking fiend or and I come to bargain with you about your petty ass nigga shit and want to put this in public internet where I can't see it. That's how I know you're a bitch. You got no scholarship, no proof, no investigation, true none. That's why I can't see it to debate or rebuttal what you're telling people behind. But we're going to let the angels and the demons speak of all nationalities.
The field was full. It looked like it was a football field. It was so big, and the entire field was covered in watermelon. Now, this wasn't watermelon that was inside of the shell. This was watermelon that had already been opened, cut into squares, and the entire field was full of watermelon. And not just watermelon though, but it was big wads of money. Watermelon and wads of money that was in plastic. And I remember walking through and realizing like it was me and that group of people who she disqualified from whatever it is that she was testing us on. We was walking through this field and I remember looking at the watermelon like, oh, it was so red. All of it was so red. You know, when a watermelon is red, you can tell that's when it's real sweet. So even though we was walking on the watermelon, I still was tempted because I'm like, I gotta taste this watermelon. I picked it up and I ate it, and I'm telling y'all, it was so sweet and good. And I remember looking at the wads of money thinking like, if I take
I didn't want them to
money,
see me
I wonder if this person is going to come after me, these people that was testing us. So I didn't pick up the money, but we kept walking through this watermelon field, and I remember getting down on the other side and somebody was blasting some music. They was dancing, doing a dance competition, and then I woke up. So this was a very interesting dream because I feel like it was a test. For those of you who have spiritual gifts, I feel like that European woman and those two men represented the opposition that's trying to test you, to pretty much tell you that you have a limited amount of time to express your spiritual gifts to the world. You have a limited amount of time to prove yourself, to be worthy, to take on such a position as a spiritual teacher, a spiritual healer, an herbalist, a Reiki master, whatever it is you desire to do that deals with spirituality. That, you know, time is running out, and that you have an unrealistic limited amount of time, because mind you, she gave us 5 seconds to express our contribution and what our gifts are supposed to be and what they're supposed to do. 5 seconds is not long enough to express something that great, right? And so there is outside forces that want to convince you that what you have to offer to the world is not enough, because they want to tell you that there is a limited amount of time on how much time you have to express those gifts. They want to box you in or put you in a position where you feel like your gifts are not valid, they're not good enough, okay? And so it's a lot of pressure on those of you or those of us who have been given these positions or these spiritual gifts, and we know that we have this contribution to make to humanity. And there are those people who recognize you because we was called into this room to prove something to them.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Rohan Jokes, and I want to give you a free copy of my new course that shows you exactly how I earn 7 figures selling services that other people deliver on. That means I get to keep up.
What we were supposed to prove, I really don't know, but by the time I realized that they was being unrealistic about what they expected from us, I didn't even care to try and rush to do what they was asking me to do, because I knew when she said 5 seconds that...
See, this is how we confirm what she's saying, and she confirmed my vision. They said, where's in the clouds? I ain't gonna tell you the rest of the vision, because other people, other races and nationalities get upset. So we'll wait till that falls in place. But this one fell in place because I seen the white woman sitting 2 chairs down, not down or up, but next to me. We was on the same level. Because if I was going to give you 15 seconds and she's going to give you 5, you're in trouble. I'm just saying, from my vision, from her tarot card, and from her dream. I don't know this sister, man. She'll text you. Matter of fact, I even text her a few times, like, why you avoid me, B? Like, what's going on here? And now I see why. Because the more we still get to know each other, the more valid the spirit confirmation becomes to the rest of you guys. So me and her, lack of communication keeps y'all growing the way y'all are until the Creator decides something different. So, and I thank the Most High for you, to say, I was saying it right. Because I want to go into this with the people why I want motherfuckers removed ASAP as if it was me if I fucked up. Because the only one judgment like I would judge myself. But I know I'm playing with you people, man, and I get busted. First of all is this. When I wake up in the morning, first of all, I'm woke, and whatever I said last week must not have been too bad. So today, I get to make sure I don't say some dumbass shit and get me murdered. Because righteous has a funny face. And I don't mean like no damn clown either, niggas and niggas. This white woman she talking about, I seen her up in the clouds next to me. She gave you niggas 5 seconds. Here I come down from the clouds and give you 15, and you want to take my phone, so I came for this little college shit on earth to help teach the people according to what she's about to fucking say. Because if we don't teach you motherfuckers,
they didn't want to see us win from the very beginning. They didn't want to see us succeed from the very beginning. And so that's why I was so open to saying, you know what, I'm out of here. But the beautiful thing behind all of this, though, y'all, is that I recognize that they had no authority to determine whether or not my gifts would be expressed to the world. They had no authority. I realized that she was just a hater, that they were just haters, and that they knew the gifts that we possessed, but they didn't want us to know the gifts that we possess. And that was just a position that we was placed in to make us feel less than, or to make us feel unworthy. But it did not work. When we walked up out of there, we walked into a field of watermelon and wads of money. I'm talking about a football field where there was no area that you could walk in where there wasn't watermelon or money. And so that in and of itself lets you know, if you look up what does it mean to see a bunch of watermelon in a dream, that means abundance, baby. That means that beautiful things are coming into your life that you could never imagine. Not just beautiful things, but the vast amount, the quantity that was shown in my dream with the currency there on top of the watermelon, the entire football field full, lets you know that it's getting ready to be an overflow of abundance that you can't even imagine. Okay? So some of you might be saying, well, how is this going to happen? Don't question it. Just anticipate it. Step out there. Do the work. Don't feel like you have to meet a certain time frame in order to awaken your gifts and to present your gifts to the world. Just be willing to do it when that door opens. And when you walk through that door, you're going to find that what's waiting on you on the other side of that is an infinite amount. Far more. Your cup is going to be overflowing. You're going to have so much abundance in your life, you're going to look back and say, now I understand why I had to go through all of this in order for it to lead me to this moment right here. Okay, you will be highly rewarded for taking on the calling and not being overly concerned about what other people think, whether or not they believe in your gifts, whether or not they believe in you, whether they're telling you, oh, well, time is up. You know, it's too late. You're this age, or you should have done this by this time frame. To heck with what they're talking about. You keep on moving, you keep on walking, and you step into your gift, and you recognize that overflow of abundance is that harvest. It's all about the seeds, because consider watermelons, they're full of seeds. And this is my second dream that I've had about watermelons. Because I remember I had one a few months back, but I've never seen it in this. I mean, I'm talking about, y'all, and it was so sweet and it was so delicious. It's going to be delicious, y'all. The amount of abundance and overflow that's coming into your life is going to be beautiful to your palate. Okay, so anticipate it, look forward to it, because it's greater than, obviously you're doing it for reasons that's greater than yourself. You're doing it for reasons that's greater than just receiving some sort of material gain. But that is the reward for sacrificing and for doing what you was divinely called and placed here to do. So I just wanted to share that dream with you all, for those of you who might be concerned about time, or you might be concerned about how people will see you, or whether or not people are going to judge you for the gifts that you have to contribute to the world, whether or not they're going to believe that you're good enough. It's not about that. You're always good enough when you are organically and authentically expressing what is naturally and inherently placed within you by the Most High Mother and Father. There's no such thing as not being good enough. But you're also going to find that there will always be others who will test you and who will question whether or not what you have to offer is it authentic? Is it good enough? Don't worry about that part, okay? Continue to walk in your purpose. And that overflow, you can't even imagine what it's getting ready to be for the chosen, y'all. So I love you all. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below if you have anything to add in terms of maybe your interpretation of the dream or your personal experience and what you're going through right now.
Now we have that situated. Let's go and see what scripture and what you guys say, your world, your logic. And if I'm guilty, cut my motherfucking head out. I don't give a fuck. Because whatever's in it is useless. Especially if I'm guilty of being what it is. And who makes such claims for evil. Don't forget this part when y'all judge me. Alright? We'll do this. These two right here, evil ends, and you talk about you speak for God. This 1, 2, 3 is listing your worries. Right? So let's pay attention to this finger and this figure in this guy's ear. Not on no homo, Kemet bullshit. Who's in your ear? What's in your ear? Who, what, here, why, how, and when it is in your ear? What is that? This painter put a body on his horns. Okay, painter, we see your picture of this shit. But what is on your tablets of your heart? Someone else's picture? Or your truth? Often, someone who is considered a true prophet by some people, 17 is considered a false prophet by others, even within the same religion, as the prophet is questioned. In a wider sense, it is anyone without having it, claims a special connection to the deity, and sets himself up, who sets him or herself up as a source of spirituality. So if you set yourself up or anybody else as a source of your spirituality or anybody else's, then you are False prophet. Alright, we ain't doing no cliches. Something about this picture, the dragon and the lion, that I have to take this. You will get the credit for it. Now my head about to fall off my goddamn shoulder. The fucking odds is this bullshit, man. What is y'all put? What type of blight? I guess my manhood question is, okay, test is a test. We get that. Manhood check. The spoon feeds just get ridiculous, man. I don't live off a pack of cigarettes and a 60 thing of herb. Like, I don't live like, y'all got me fucked up. It's not a good look on y'all, man. And I'm laying across my bed like y'all my therapist too. So yeah, all you motherfuckers is my therapist right now. Whether you like it the fuck or not, change the channel, don't watch it. This shit off my chest what happened this week. Cause as I'm laying here, watching my words come out my mouth as I put them together. The first lie, I gotta shut the fuck up and take it. Wow. No, really, this picture really took me somewhere, man. And I'm not too sure. I want to tinker with it. Mind, body, and soul. Shit get judged amongst men. The courage of fellow lions, fellow dragons. I'm cool. Now, You understand? There's typology in this. That's why you see this dragon and lion, but they're not a sphinx when they become one. Part 2 coming out. Let's give y'all something, you know, think about why I'm upset. See if we found one more confirmation. Nope. Yeah, I'm pretty upset right now. Let me go ahead and close this out before I put on here something that ego might use as fuel, maybe do something that the elders down where I'm at, you know, there's people I can just feel the vibration, but I'm upset because I can't do all my classes and shit. My phone gone. Just took my shit right, man. Like, yo. Oh shit. Because I'm like, what are you, in my mind, like, did I deserve this? Because I want to act a fool, y'all. Not act a fool, but I just, it's just one of them things, it's like, when you watch other people don't sit with themselves, and even after they sit with themselves, still in the cell. I'm so upset, man. Let me just hang this up. I said before I say so, I regret, man. And I thank you guys for being with me right now. But saints, everybody Most High lives. My sole purpose of leaving my comfort zone, my holy temple, and God to put myself in harm's way intentionally. We would not be doing this, and I wouldn't be asking y'all to do shit because I killed my motherfucking self. I just want to give those who's really listening. The day I find out that this whole thing was a fiasco and I wasted all these years doing this shit when I could be living something better. And I'm not saying my life was horrible, I'm not saying that. But I like stuff too. Yo, I'm hurt, yo, because this is what happened. I had this ingenious ass fucking idea in my brain, not my body, my brain. My brain said, "You a hustler, man. You're not gonna get this money, get all these tools," and I'm like, "That's correct, and that's the truth." So I got my real big book bag, put some shit in it. And yeah, I wouldn't put that shit on my back. Nope. Another reason I'm pissed off. Waiting on no motherfucking shit. When it's in my power to do what I need for myself. Peace, y'all. Before I change my mind.